Heavenly Father, we want to give you thanks for this day. And we want to lift up your name. We want to worship you. We want to glorify you for who you are and what you are to us. We want to let others know that you are our Savior, that we don't hide our commitment, our faith, our confidence, our trust, but we want others to understand that we love you. So this day we ask you to hear our cries, hear our pleas, work with us. Help us, Father. Help us, because we know we need your help to achieve our agendas for this day. And we pray that the things that we want to do for ourselves in our lives will line up with those things that you have for us to accomplish. I give you thanks in your name. I exalt your name and lift you up, because you know what's best for us. Keep us this day from evil and danger and harm, and heal us from sicknesses and diseases, for your name's sake. Amen. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is Family 360. We are coming to you today live out of Conyers, Georgia, 2012, East View Parkway in Conyers. And we are in Suite 400. Our office number is 770-679-0586. We provide outpatient counseling for individuals, children, single, adults, teenagers on issues of anger management, substance abuse, marriage problems, obesity, post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever the emotional problem you're having, whatever the relational problem you're experiencing, we are here to help you. We are equipped, ready, and able to help you and your family. So give us a call. If you yourself are wrestling with these issues, if you got a family member, if you got a friend, a co-worker, let them know. Family 360 is here to help them. We are Christ-based, we are Christ-centered, but we are not fanaticals. We are not fanatics. We can counsel you, put the word to the side and counsel you if you need help. So make that referral. You can do so online, or you can call our office. Our website is family360center.com. That's family360center.com, and you will see the variety of services that we offer on a daily basis. And we also provide speaking engagements. We'll come to your site, or we do training as well at our office, as well as at your location. You will see a variety of topics on the website for the different type of programs, training, that we offer. So if your group needs a good talking to, if your child, if your spouse, somebody in your life that's giving you a headache, that's driving up the wall, give us a call. We have, I myself, I'm a black male, so it makes it easy for me to make contact and to bond with black men who are not quite trusting of psychotherapy. I'm a Christian. I'm a retired cop. What else? Father of 4 successful young kids, young adults. So I have the experience. Retired pastor, or pastor and sabbatical. Don't know if I'm going to go back into pastoring, but pastor and sabbatical. And whatever the experience, whatever the need, whatever the challenge is, I have it. I have that background, I have that experience, I have the training, the license to meet those needs. We are here in Conyers. We're not going anywhere. So make the referral. We're also in the process of expanding our services. We hope in a year we'll be offering some services to Medicaid provide, consumers, and we are looking for help. We're looking for partners. We're looking for an investor. We need to raise about $200,000 or so over the next several months so we can apply to the state, to get that Medicaid license to provide Medicaid services, outreach services. To do so, we need to hire a psychiatrist, not full-time, but that psychiatrist will start off part-time, clinical director, psych nurse, and some other personnel that goes with that license. So, and we have shallow pockets. We don't have deep pockets. So we are looking for help to make sure this ministry move forward in the way I believe that God had designed it. So if you are, if you have some deep pockets and you want to invest your money wisely, if you know someone, please let us know. If you know a company, give me a call, 770-679-0586, because that help is needed, so we can move forward. Our goal is to be the primary outpatient mental health, or one of the primary outpatient mental health providers in the eastern section of Georgia, going up I-20. The I-20 corridor going east. Not many providers are out there, so instead of us going west towards Atlanta, we decided to go east because the need is there. The state, is asking for new providers to go in that direction. So that's what we have decided to do. And in doing so, we are trusting that by faith, God will raise up some financial support to it. It is a step of faith. It is a decision to fill the gap with some of our out-of-the-box thinking regarding mental health. Those of you who know anything about the mental health industry, it is very lacking in many things. And really, too many of our people fall between the gaps, and they end up being a statistic, being overlooked and neglected. And therefore, they become prisoners of our penal institution, or they get killed on the streets by the police officers or by other minorities. We focus on African American and Latino population. Yeah, we have quite a few Caucasian white consumers, but our thrust, this expansion, is geared towards African American and Latino in the east region of Georgia. And it doesn't mean we're going to turn whites away. No, that's not what it means, but we want to make sure that we are targeting those that we consider to need these services, African Americans and Latinos, and the need is great. So please pray for us. If you are gay, you can partner with us on a monthly basis. Send us a charitable tax-deductible contribution to Family 360. On our website also, you will see a donate button where you can make a donation safely through PayPal. You see different categories of giving on our website. We're asking for your support. Spread the word. Family 360 is on the air. If you again look at our website, you will see also that quite a few of these teachings are being uploaded. Not all of them, but we've been in here about 2.5 years now. So eventually all these programs will be available for you on the website. And we pray that you will take advantage of them and let them be a blessing to you and to other family members. So again, welcome. We've been dealing with that critical spirit. Many of us have a very, very critical spirit. And I'm hoping we should be able, let me look at my notes here, we should be able to wrap this up this week. I hope. I'm not I'm not promising you, but I hope we'll be able to wrap up this topic this week. But today we want to look at the root cause. What are some of the root causes of you having that funky, nasty, sarcastic, critical spirit, critical attitude? Nobody can please you. Nobody can be right. You're like a Donald Trump. You know, you live in your, as Hillary said, you live in your own reality. You live in your own world, and everybody got to live up to your irrational, expectations. You know, everything is painted according to how you see things, how you see the world, and God help those who cannot live up to your expectation. God help those who disappoint you. God help those who live with you because you're cutting them left and right. You know, you're cutting them up left and right. Verbally, you're lashing them. You know, some men have been emasculated by the words that leave your mouth. Some women cannot have a positive self-esteem because you're so critical. Everything. They cannot be themselves. They cannot love themselves because you are such a critic. You are never satisfied. What about your children? How does your criticism disarm your children? How does your criticism arm your children to be defensive? How does it cause them to give up on their desires, goals, and motivation? You see, because your critical spirit, that critical attitude, will cause others to give up. They don't want to share, their dreams and goals with you because they know who you are. They know you always put them down. You will kill. You're a killjoy. You will kill their dreams, their aspirations. You will take any excitement out of them. They bring home a B, and you're not satisfied. You want an A. A B may be the best that child can bring. But no, you're lashing into them verbally or even physically because you want straight A's. And therefore, those around you give up. You see, because they cannot meet your unreasonable expectation. Your wife may have given up on you. Your husband may have given up on you. And many have found themselves in a no-win situation with you because you're so critical. Listen, the Bible says, Jesus himself said, offenses will come, but woe, bad news for those of you who bring offenses. Take a look for a minute and look at your life. Are you making any progress? Are you making any journey? Are you moving towards a reasonable goal, expectation? And maybe you're not, because you see, you're not receiving the blessing of the Lord in your life. Why? Because of that critical spirit. You're not able to forgive others. You're not able to let the past go. You see, every opportunity you get, you're putting somebody down. You're stepping on their necks. And if they're not careful, you will choke them to death. That's how harsh you have been. Again, the saying goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's a lie. Words will kill us. Bad words, critical words, dehumanizing words, belittling words, shaming words, they kill. So many of us are guilty of murder because we have killed others' goals, dreams. We have killed their spirits. You may be walking around with your head held high, but if you're a critical person, you should be ashamed of yourself. Your head should be held low because you have murdered with your tongue, you have murdered with your lips, you have murdered with your mouth. And how many times the Bible talks about that critical tongue, that mouth of yours. The words that leave, your mouth. They destroy. They lay heavy burdens on others. They lay guilt trips on others. Matthew 7, Jesus said, why do you see the speck now? Why do you see the speck of dust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eyes? You see, the person who is very critical, they don't see their flaws. Again, you remind me of a Donald Trump. That's where you don't see your flaws. No matter how you dehumanize women, you grab them and, in their genitalia, as you say, and you grab them up no matter who and what who they are. You feel that you are entitled to say what you want to say. You feel as if you're entitled to treat others, especially women, that you consider to be weak. You feel entitled to do whatever you want to do to them. But I tell you something, the devil is a liar. You may go around talking in tongues and, and preaching and singing and teaching, but God has you in his sights. He's going to sit you down, and you, with the critical spirit, you have been reckless with your words, reckless with your words. You're dangerous. Anyone comes around you, you're very, very dangerous with your words, with your sarcasm. You may use humor to disguise your sarcasm, but it hurts nonetheless. Reckless words, Proverbs 12 verse 18 says, reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Are you bringing healing to those around you? Are you bringing healing to your spouse? Are you bringing healing to your marriage? Are you bringing healing into your home? Are your children afraid to talk to you, afraid to approach you, afraid to share their dreams, mistakes with you? You see, many of our children, they're isolated because they don't bond with us because we have hurt them, we have pained them, and so they're withdrawn from us. Look at our teenagers. Many of our teenagers don't want to share with them. They will share with their friends. And many of our teenagers are very, very secretive because they cannot come to their mom. They cannot come to their dad. Some of our girls, teenage girls, end up pregnant. And mom don't. How can you be in the same house with your teenage girl and don't know she is pregnant? That's awful. When I hear these type of stories, I shake my head because it tells me the parents, mom and dad, are not observant enough. They're not doing their jobs in supervising their teenagers. You need to be a parent who cries. You need to be a parent who tells your children, you got no privacy in my house. Until you become 18 and move out, you got no privacy. That means I'm going to come in your room. I'm going to find out what's going on, in your life. And I want you to talk to me. I'm not going to dehumanize you, but I want you to be someone that trusts me. And you need to stop trying to be your child's best friend. You don't want to be hard on your child, and so you let them get away with everything. Shame on you. So our children are lost. They are confused. Many of them are killing themselves. They are suicidal. Had one in my office this past weekend, cutting herself left and right, cutting her arms, her legs, just cutting herself up. Because of the pain that she's experiencing on the inside. And where does it come from? From the home and from the family. The pain, emotional pain, does not begin from encounters on the street. But when someone is hurting emotionally, it began in the home, where significant others are not available for them. Reckless words, the Bible says in Proverbs 12:18, pierce like a sword. How reckless are you with your words? So if you cuss each other up, you call them all kind of, words, you epithets and, everything nasty and ugly, is hurled at each other. It's hurled at your children. And you expect them to succeed? Huh? Jesus asked a question. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? Sit down for a moment. Go sit your behind down someplace. Sit down someplace and do an inventory of, if you can, do an inventory of yourself. Look at the people you've hurt. Look at some of you are isolated. You have no friends. You have no support because you have driven away from you anybody who gets close to you, and you use your sarcasm your sarcastic words, your put downs to keep others, because you're afraid of intimacy. You're afraid of people getting close to you. So as soon as a man or a woman or anybody tries, oh man, you're going to do something consciously or subconsciously to drive them away from you. And you don't have friends with whom to sit back and relax. They don't want to be around you. They do not want to be around you. Proverbs 11:12 says, a man who lacks judgment derides his neighbor. When a man of understanding holds his tongue. A man or woman who lacks judgment. You see, when you're being critical of others, when you're putting others down, it means you're a fool. It means you lack judgment. You are an ignoramus. You are arrogant. This is what God is saying here about you. A man or woman who lacks judgment derides his neighbor. You put your neighbor down. You put your family member, but a man or woman of understanding builds, holds. You got to know when to. Was it Kenny Rogers who said you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away? You don't have to put your 2 cents worth in every little thing, in every little conversation. You know, you are throwing you to. No, go sit down someplace and maybe if you sit down and listen and shut your mouth, you can learn something. You can learn something. But one of the biggest problems, some of us are so afraid of a little bit of silence. We want to fill, whatever silence is around. We want something always to be going on, noise always around us. Listen. Maybe God can talk to you in your silence, in that quiet moment. So John 7:24 says, stop judging by mere appearances and make a right judgment. Stop judging everything around you. Stop sizing up people, places, and things. Let some things go. Some of you see a situation, you cannot let it go. You got to say something. Some of you have been hurt by others. Some of you have been injured physically and emotionally because of your mouth. Your mouth has gotten you in a world of trouble. The words that come out of your mouth, people have knocked you down, have shot at you, they have even cut you, sliced you, because some of you women walk around with this, blades, and somebody said the wrong thing to you. You go to your purse or your pocket for you, and you're gonna cut somebody. Some women, have you seen some women who have had lies thrown at them? Some of these women are, have become victims and they've brought it on themselves because they put themselves in situations where others retaliate. Others bullying. It's not just kids who are bullying each other. We adults have been practicing that way before these kids started to do it. Listen, you need to come to a place where you realize that you are no better than anybody else. Ephesians 4:29 challenges us. It commands us. He says, do not let any unwholesome talk. Are you guilty of this? Oh, I know I'm guilty. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths. Unwholesome, lewd talk, derogatory talk. God is challenging you and me. He said, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for what? For building others up. The things that you say, are they helping? Are they helpful? Are they building others up? He said, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs. Look, people are not like you. We are not like each other. That's why there are so many different flavors of ice cream. Yeah, different personalities, different attitudes. We all have needs. None of us is complete. Not one of us is 100%. That's why God is always working on us. God is not finished with us, but Lord have mercy. On the way to Him working on us, oh, just imagine the works. You know, the stuff He has to put up with. Do not stop cussing. You don't have to be cussing. You don't have to be calling. You can say whatever you have to say. There are so many very, very good words in the English language you can get across. You can convey. You can say what you need to say without dehumanizing, without belittling, without guilting and shaming and putting others down. You do not have to call others out of their names. You don't have to use those 4-letter cuss words. You don't have to use the bigger, cuss words, all of this and all of that. You don't have to. Why don't you put yourself on a trial basis? You love to cuss? Why not test yourself? Go for a whole day without cussing. You succeed for a whole day, try 2 days. And reward yourself at the end of one day with something healthy. Don't go to the puff of a cigarette, because I know it will create stress for you. You see, because you thrive off cussing and putting others down. But go for a whole day without cussing. And at the end of the day, pat yourself on the shoulder, go for a nice walk, do something healthy to build up your confidence. You do it for a day, then try 2 days, and so on, and go until you can do it a whole week, a whole month without shock people. You're going to be shocking people around you if they can have a conversation with you and you're not railing and cussing and calling people out. You're going to, maybe you can get into, maybe you can tell your wife or your children, you know what? I'm going to test myself. I'm going to go for a whole day without cussing, and you guys are going to have to pay me. Or maybe those around you can say, Joe, how about you go for a whole day or 3 days or a week or a month without cussing, and this is what I'm going to pay you. Come up with some type of reward system where you can be complimentary, where you can compliment others sincerely, where you can give credit where credit is due for a whole day, for a couple of days, for a week, a month. And if you're doing it, get a reward. Reward yourself. The Bible tells us that after every day when God finished creating, you look back and He took some time. God paused. He didn't tell us how long He paused, but He paused and then looked back and He said, you know what? That was good. God rewarded Himself and rest. He took a break after every creation day. Reward yourself. Put yourself on this test. Put yourself there. Matthew 18:15 says, if your brother sins against you, go and show him his fault. Somebody is hurting you, let them know. Don't sweep it under a rug. I'm writing a book on forgiveness, and this is one of my main scriptures. And hopefully it comes out by March. I'm working on it, and I hope what's her name, Miss Divine, is listening, because I'm working on it. Working on this book on forgiveness. It's at least halfway done. But listen, one of the things I love to teach and preach is when it comes to forgiving others, you got to come to this place where you forgive, because Jesus said offenses will come. Therefore, you got to know and realize you're going to be offended. Maybe not at home, not in your car, but on the job, on the street, maybe in your own home. Anywhere you go, somebody's going to offend you. Somebody's going to say, and when it happens, don't be shocked. Don't be alarmed. If you decide to forgive when it happens, you won't lose your nerve, you won't lose your cool, you won't be shocked. But you said, you know what? This is something that was, and because you have pre-forgiven, you can work through it. You can talk to the individual, because sooner or later you have to forgive them. And if it's shallow, no problem. If it's a shallow wound, no problem. But if it's a deep wound, like Joseph and Jacob and Esau, you're going to have to work. You went to the place, to the point of forgiveness. Proverbs 13:10 says, pride only breeds quarrels. You make mistakes, you can apologize. You see that little boy over there you call your son, you can apologize to him when you're out. That little girl over there who's your daughter, you can apologize to her. You can tell her, "Honey, I'm sorry. I did not hear you clearly, or I misunderstood, or I think I was too hard on you." Do you know what it would mean to your child if you're able to apologize to them? Put aside your false pride and be a proper role model of forgiveness and understanding. Okay? You understand me? This is Family 360 with Dr. Maul, coming to you today with this critical spirit. Some of us are born with it. Family 360 is an outpatient center, counseling center in Conyers, Georgia, where we provide counseling to children, teenagers, adults, single parents, families, couples, senior citizens, the elderly. We do it to organizations, excuse me, to pastors and churches. We are here. Give us a call, 770-679-0586, or visit our website. There's a referral form there. You can make referral to us and we will follow up. Family360center.com. We're right in Conyers. It's going to pop up right in front of you. Oh, yes, and you're going to love the website. We are making some excellent changes to it. You can see all the courses we offer, all the training, different topics. You can also make a donation to this agency. You hear me? And listen to me. We are looking for partners. Will you partner with us, please? We're looking for partners to help us to expand to the African American and Latino community. I want to focus on African Americans and Latinos in the eastern region, area, counties, some of the counties, of Georgia here, because many of us are neglected. We don't have African American counseling centers east. Oh, they are in Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, DeKalb, some in Gwinnett, some in Clayton, Fulton, Fay. I mean, they're there. Everybody seems to want to be downtown or in that area, but we're up here. So we're here. We are available for you. Make a referral to us. We don't have to keep destroying ourselves. We don't have to keep killing and robbing. And my heart was sad last week. I was watching the news. A father was outside at a gasoline station. His Mercedes-Benz gassing up, and this young black man, 25 years old, came up and shot that man to death just for his car. Black on black crime. And the family, you could see the family in pain. And our young black men don't seem to care who they kill, who they shoot. They see you with a little piece of car and they want it. They're going to grab it. And some of them do so at their own risk because there are children in the car sometimes. And listen to me, you listen to me, don't leave your car running just because you don't see these boys are sneaky. I saw another one where a white lady was filling up her SUV at a gasoline station, and these two black guys now, I'm so embarrassed about us. These two black guys in a car pulled up beside her, and one of them sneaked out the passenger side, sneak out, crawl as low as he could to the ground. And the woman her back was towards the car, when it was filling up. And the guy sneaked into her SUV, got behind the wheel, and took off. And the white woman didn't know what was going on. By the time she realized, the boy was off and running with her car. Do you see the time and the effort our young black men and Latino men put into criminalizing, put into becoming a criminal? For little or nothing, they get caught, they go to jail, and that's it. For $5, $10 for a joyride, for taking a car to a chop shop, for killing somebody for their car, for robbing somebody. Our jails are packed. And you know what? I'm going to say something. You may not like what I'm going to say, but those of us blacks who have bleeding hearts for young black men who are in prison, stop it. You see, because if they're not in jail, they're going to be preying on you and me, our children. They rob, they kill, they steal. They need to be in jail. Not every black man in jail is there because of false accusation. Not every one who is shot and killed. And I know though, we have all these demonstrations, for black men who are being shot and killed by the police. But some of them, when they have guns and try to kill the police, then yeah, they deserve to be shot down. They deserve to. Some of our young black men, they have no conscience. They're sociopaths. They're antisocial. They will rape you. They will kick your door in their gangs and take whatever little bit you have. Some of them don't want to work. You see, even there's a job out there, they don't want to work because they are bent on a life of crime and mayhem. You give them a little piece of gun, they think they're God. Some of our young black men, some of our young Latino men are justifiably in jail because of their criminal lifestyle. And stop crying that the system is against them. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Now, listen to me. I'm not for all this killing of young black men, especially innocent ones, because a lot of us are shot down because of the color of our skin. The police officers need to know how to discriminate. And those who shot down young black men innocently, they need to be in jail, locked up, executed if necessary. But many of us bring it on ourselves. Many of us bring it on ourselves. This black and black crime has to stop. It has to stop. And who's going to stop it? We have to. The cops not going to do that. Government and society, they make guns available, especially in the inner cities, so we can annihilate and kill each other. They can talk about us. Hey, you listened to Donald Trump last night? Mr. Gimmick? Oh, he's now a bleeding heart for the black urban areas, the black inner cities, the Latino urban areas, and Latinos in inner. All of a sudden, he's going to solve that problem. Oh, Lord help us. All of a sudden, he's going to solve that problem. He's going to be our Savior, Lord and King. You I know some of us blacks love Donald Trump. You get what you see. Oh Lord, you get what you see, and you deserve it. But listen to me. We have to begin to make a difference where? In the home. All these problems, this crime that we see, it goes back to the home, not the schools, not the church, but it goes back to the home, where parents, fathers are not in the home. Mothers have to work, they're not in the home. Boys grow up, they begin to ignore their mother, their peers become more important to them. Teenage girls, they gravitate to gangs and to other teenage girls who are acting out. They're not home. Parents are not home, and so our kids are left to raise themselves. They're raising themselves. Gone are the days when there was strict parenting in the home, accountability. All those days are gone. Young women today are happy to be having babies. Single parent homes now have outnumbered two-parent families, and you see the disaster. You see what has happened as a result of it. So it's critical for us to go back to the home. You're raising children. Please, please, please. You're raising your sons and your daughters. Please raise them right. Respect them. Show them the support. Discipline them appropriately. Let them know you love them. Don't call them out of their names. Don't cuss them out. Don't keep putting down their fathers. Yeah, the father is not there. He's a lousy good for nothing. He's not paying child support. He took the sex and he ran off. You know, he took the sex and he's gone. So we have all these absentee fathers in our homes. And so moms are stuck raising 2, 3 kids. And some of you ladies got to stop having these kids by yourselves because it's not working out. Slow down. Slow down. Stop having all these kids. Use birth control, parent planning. Because you can't manage the stress of all 4 or 5 kids by yourself. So it's critical for you to look at your home environment. What type of home environment are you raising your children in? Do your children feel loved? Do they feel wanted? Do they feel accepted? Do you take your frustration out on them? You know, when you're tense, when you're anxious, when the money's gone, you know, and you have to provide lunch or school supplies or whatever. These kids are watching television today. They are not just satisfied with an empty stomach. They want things. They want things. They go to school and they may be the worst dressed, or sometimes the black kids are the best dressed, but they want more. You know, they want more than what is being given to them. So it's because it's essential for you and me to be able, you know, to look at our children and affirm them. Let them know that they're loved, that they are wanted, that they are appreciated. Let them know that, and don't hesitate to let them know that you love them. Don't hesitate to let them know that you are there for them. So some of the causes to us developing a critical spirit goes back to the poor modeling in our homes. Childhood modeling. It's not there. Or if it's there, it's poor, it's lousy, it stinks. Some of our children do what we see. They see. Our children, they don't do what we tell them to do. They do what they see us do. Don't just go around telling them, oh, do this and do that. No, be the role model. Be the proper role model. And I guarantee you, they will follow in your footsteps. A lot of our children are wounded in spirit. I told you about the Bible character named Mephibosheth and how his nurse dropped him and he was laying in his feet. He was never cured. And even though he was the son of a prince, heir to the throne of Israel, the Bible tells us when David became king, David sent for him because David wanted to show kindness to Mephibosheth. And standing in front of David, Mephibosheth told David that he was like a dog. He felt like a dog. He was looking on the ground, and David wanted to know what was wrong with this boy. And Mephibosheth, his self-esteem was so low. He had ran away and fled and living in the desert, hiding, trying to save his life. Listen, he's not the only one, but so many Bible characters we see who have been wounded from childhood, and some of them were not able to overcome, even with strong support. I pray that your child overcome many of the painful messages, many of the painful words we have told them. Stop calling your child, and I can't say more, stop calling your child out of his name, out of her name. Stop comparing your child to his father or to her father. Stop cussing, using foul language around your child. Your child has enough to deal with out in the world, at recess, in the classroom. They see enough of that. Stop being so harsh, on your child. Stop putting your child down that they don't deserve. That they don't deserve, to be loved. That they don't deserve to be spoken about in kind words. Stop acting as if you are not concerned about your child. Invest. Step up to the plate. Visit your child's school. Show interest in your child that in their homework. Your child is reading below. Show interest. Go instead of buying a Coca-Cola bottle and buying a pack of cigarettes or spending that extra $5. Go get a computer academic program to help your child. Invest. Oh, invest in your child's education. That's their way out. It's not crime. It's not hip-hop. It's not sports. You know, invest in your child's education. Stop rejecting your kid. Stop putting him down. Stop telling them that they are not acceptable. Their behaviors is not there. Every child makes mistakes. We all make mistakes. But sometimes we label our children based upon their behaviors and their actions, and they love the child. Don't love the behavior, it's a bad behavior, but love the child. And eventually you will see that child begin to change. Stop taunting. Stop bullying your child. Your child deserves better. Your child does not deserve to be put down. That critical spirit of yours is a defense tactic that you have because of your own issues, because of your own woundedness, because of your own pain. Some of your survival skills from childhood, you still continue to use as an adult, and it is not working. It is not working. Some of us that need to unlearn some of the ways of surviving, you know, from our earlier days. We need to get to that place where we can understand that we as parents, we as adults can change. We can change from some of our nasty, ugly ways and allow God to use us. He can. Okay? And stop being a comedian about your child's look, your child's appearance, your child's figure, your child's stature. You are not better than your child. You gave that child life. God used you to give birth to that child. You brought that child. You donate your seed. Build your child up. You know, stop making assumptions about your child. Get to know your child. Your child is an individual. Your child is unique. Stop comparing your children to one another. Spend time getting to know your child. Okay? Get to know your child. And encourage your child. Motivate your child. And stop camouflaging your discontent, your unhappiness. Stop trying to live through your child. Stop pushing your child into things that you want to do. You could not accomplish certain things. You know, you're pushing your child into it, ignoring the child's own personality, talents, and abilities. Work with your child. God made them a certain way. God gave them certain gifts and abilities. Work to build. The Bible says, train up a child what? In the way that he or she should go. They have a way to go. God has predestined that in them. Find out what it is and help that growth, that potential to become a reality. Stop being sarcastic. Stop using sarcasm as a source of humor, as a source of belittling, as a source of guilting. Elevate them. Elevate your children and see them rise. See them fly. See them soar. Stop putting them down. Nurture your children. Nurture them. Put confidence in them. Build confidence, children. Build confidence in your spouse. Lift each other up, and believe you me, you will see a world of difference. You will see a world of change. There are causes as to why we are so sarcastic, we are so belittling, we are so critical. You know, I said the other day, we are like crabs in a barrel. We can't get out, so nobody else is going to get out. We keep pulling each other. One of us try to get out. Oh, Lord, we're going to pull it back down. And all of us will end up dying in that slow boiling pot of water because what? We are not aware of our environment and the things that are killing us. Listen to me. Genesis 3:12 says, the man said, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it. You can go all the way back to the Garden of Eden to find the first critical spirit. Adam is criticizing God because God gave him Eve. Do you see what Adam did? Adam is shunting responsibility from his. Adam is like one of us. Whenever we get caught, we want to blame somebody else. Here, Adam right away is not blaming Eve. He's blaming God and said, the woman you. Do you see that? The woman you God gave to me. Adam is acting as if he didn't want this woman. He wasn't sick of talking to all the animals. He's acting as if he wasn't excited when Eve came along. He's acting as if, you know, he was not glad to have Eve as his helpmate. No. Something went wrong. He's not taking responsibility. He is blaming God. God asked Adam to give an account of himself, and right away, knowing, of course, that he had sinned, knowing he had made a mistake, Adam blamed God for giving him Eve, then blamed Eve for giving him the fruit, the forbidden fruit too. Why don't you be a man? Man up. Be a woman. Woman up. Stand up. You make a mistake, admit it. Stop criticizing others. Stop trying to transfer responsibility unto others. Take it. Accept it. If you messed up, accept it. People will appreciate you more, you know, for being honest and taking the responsibilities that are yours. Isn't it interesting how shifting the blame to God or to someone else is so much easier than taking personal responsibility for your own wrong actions, for your own wrong choices? We were born with these tendencies to shift, to blame, to label others. We all have these inner needs, you know, the need for love, for significance, and for security. And criticizing someone else makes us feel a sense of significance. You feel important when you criticize others. You feel bigger than them. You know, when you criticize them, it gives us a certain sense of power, at least for the moment, but it won't last long because the next moment here you come criticizing. If it's not them, it's somebody else. And some of you don't let up. You criticize night and day, and God help you find a victim who you consider to be weak. You are on them like white on rice. Night and day you're criticizing them until there's no sense of that person's dignity left in them. They become a shallow form of themselves. You need to stop. You need to stop, because God didn't make that person to be embarrassed and humiliated by you. Romans 2:1 says, you therefore have no excuse, you who pass judgment on someone else. For at whatever point you judge the other, you are condemning yourself, because you who pass judgment do what? The same things. That's why I said earlier, we blame others because we don't want the spotlight on ourselves. We don't want to take responsibility. So we blame others. God is saying in his word here that those of us who love to criticize others, we do the same darn thing. That's why sometimes some Christians get on my nerves, because they go around judging other people, and some of their stuff stinks worse than the people that they're criticizing. Especially those of us who've been delivered from some sin, from some addiction, from You know, from some, oh man, we're parading, we're bragging, we're boasting, and you let somebody, you know, let you see somebody struck, all of a sudden you become super righteous, super religious, that you know, you act as if you've been saved from the womb. You know, and nobody can tell you or talk. You don't have grace and mercy towards others who are not living the way you want them to live. God is saying you need to stop it. Stop judging other people. You don't like them, pray for them. You don't like what they're doing, pray for them. Pray for them. Stop carrying gossip and rumors about them. Stop isolating them. Stop withdrawing yourself. Stand up and be a child of God. Be like Jesus. Model love. Model love. Demonstrate love. First, second, and third John. What does it challenge the church to do? Love one another. We are challenged to love one another on a moment by moment, day by day basis. In wrapping it up today, 1 Thessalonians 5:14-15 says, we urge you, brothers, warn those who are idle, encourage the timid, help the weak, be patient with everyone. Make sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong, but always try to be kind to each other and to everyone else. It's a challenge. This scripture is to the church. It's a challenge for us to be kind to one another. It's a challenge for us not to be vengeful. It's a challenge for us not to be critical of the pastor, critical of the brother, critical of the sister, critical of our sisters. And Lord, help us. Some of us are so critical on ourselves. We don't give ourselves a chance. You know, some of us, if it was up to us, we will go back and live in the days of Moses. We want to live under the law. We don't want to experience grace. We don't want to experience forgiveness anymore. This is not the most. Hey, I'm having fun. What about you? Hope this teaching is a blessing to you. Visit Family 360. You can write to me at DMAUL at family360center.com. That's Dmaul at family360center.com. Let me hear from you. Send us a financial donation today, and God will bless you. So until tomorrow, you have a great, wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you on the radio. That's Charles Osgood. See you on the radio. Bye-bye. Be safe.